At the turn of the 20th century, the United States was on the brink of an automotive revolution. The advent of the automobile would transform not only transportation, but also the very fabric of American society. In the late 1800s, American inventors were hard at work creating the first automobiles. Charles and Frank Duryea built the first gasoline power car in America in 1893, and Henry Ford followed with his quadricycle in 1896. These early vehicles paved the way for the future of the automotive industry. Going into further detail, the Duryea motor wagon featured a single-cylinder 1.1-liter engine that produced 4 horsepower. This innovative vehicle could reach speeds up to 20 miles per hour, a remarkable achievement for its time. It marked the beginning of America's fascination with motorized transportation. The real game changer came in 1908 with the introduction of the Ford Model T. Henry Ford's vision was to make the automobile accessible to the masses. In 1913, he revolutionized manufacturing with the assembly line, drastically cutting production costs and time. As in 1908, a Ford Model T would cost $850, roughly $28,000 in today's money, whereas by 1924 it was down to $260, roughly $15,430 in today's money. The innovation of the assembly line allowed the Model T to produce quickly and affordably, putting America on wheels. The Model T debuted with a 2.9-liter 4-cylinder producing 20 horsepower, which became a symbol of the new era. Its simple design and robust construction made it immensely popular, selling over 15 million units by 1927. The Model T could reach a top speed of 45 miles per hour and had pretty decent fuel efficiency of 13 to 21 miles per gallon, making it both practical and economical for the time. You see, also during this era, electric vehicles also had their moment in the spotlight. The Detroit Electric, produced from 1907 to 1939, was particularly popular among urban drivers for its quiet, reliable operation and ease of use. However, the limited range and speed of electric vehicles compared to their gasoline counterparts eventually led to their decline. The Detroit Electric had a top speed of around 20 miles per hour, rather low, but its range varied between 60 and 80 miles on a single charge, impressive for the time, making it suitable for short urban commutes. The vehicle was favored by women and professionals who appreciated its ease of use and reliability. As automobiles became more prevalent, cities and towns had to adapt. Infrastructure improvements were essential. Paved roads, bridges, and traffic control systems began to emerge to accommodate the growing number of cars. The automobile also influenced the development of suburbs, as people could now live further from their workplaces and commute more easily. The rise of the automobile led to significant changes in urban planning and the growth of suburban areas. Cities expanded their road networks and the construction of highways began to connect distant regions. The ability to travel further distances quickly meant that people could live in suburban areas and commute to urban centers for work. This led the development of commuter towns and a shift in population dynamics. The U.S. automotive industry was shaped by visionary leaders like Henry Ford, Ransom Olds, and the Dodge brothers. Ransom Olds, with his curved dash Oldsmobile, was one of the first to implement assembly line production before Ford perfected the process. The Dodge brothers, originally suppliers of parts, went on to establish their own car manufacturing company, further diversifying the industry. The Oldsmobile Curved Dash, introduced in 1901, featured a single-cylinder engine producing 4 horsepower with a displacement of 1.6 liters. It was the first mass-produced car, setting a stage for the future of the automotive industry. The Curved Dash could reach a top speed of 20 miles per hour and was sold for around $650, making it an affordable option for many Americans. John and Horace Dodge initially built components for other automakers, but soon ventured into producing their own vehicles. In 1914, they introduced the Dodge Model 30, a car that featured a 3.5-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 35 horsepower. The Dodge Model 30 was innovative for its all-steel body construction, which provided greater durability and safety compared to the wooden frames used at other cars of the time. The rise of automobiles also created new industries and job opportunities. Car dealerships sprang up across the country, mechanics became an essential profession, and advertising campaigns began to target potential car buyers. The automotive industry was not just about cars, it was about creating an entirely new economic ecosystem. The automobile industry had a profound economic impact. It spurred the growth of related industries such as steel, rubber, glass, and oil. Jobs are created not only in manufacturing, but also in sales, maintenance, and road construction. The widespread adaptation of automobiles also led to the development of motel and fast food industries catering to the needs of travelers. Automobile racing also emerged as a popular sport and testing ground for new technologies. Events like the Indianapolis 500, which began in 1911, showcased the speed and durability of new cars, capturing the imagination of the public and drawing further interest in automobile ownership. One of these cars from the Indy 500, the Stutz Bearcat, introduced in 1912, became an icon with early American sports cars. With its massive 6.4-liter four-cylinder engine producing 60 horsepower, I'm surprised they didn't put a 6.4-liter V8 in there. That would have made more sense, but I digress. Anyway, the Bearcat exemplified the performance and excitement that automobiles could offer, as the Bearcat could reach speeds up to 85 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. And I still don't get why they wouldn't put a V8 in there. The automobile became a symbol of freedom and individualism in the 1920s. Car culture flourished with people taking to the open road for adventure and leisure. Roadside diners, drive-in theaters, and tourist attractions sprang up, catering to the new mobile lifestyle. The car also influenced popular music, literature, and films, becoming an integral part of American culture. The turn of the century laid the foundation for the American auto industry. The innovations and transformations of that era continued to influence the present as we move towards the future of sustainable advanced transportation. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like down below and a comment for the YouTube algorithm. And if you really like this, maybe consider subscribing. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.